Rachael Ray. This is so exciting.
I'm here.
Philadelphia has become an incredible foodie city. We love our chefs, our restaurants, our food, so it's incredible to have you here.
Thank you
for being with us.
Thank you.
So Rachael, you are a small town girl who has built a one-woman food and media empire.
That word always freaks me out. It sounds like Star Wars or something. Empire.
Empire Strikes Back.
Right.
You've been honored as one of Time Magazine's 100 most influential people, and you've changed the way Americans eat. Do you believe that anything is possible if you follow your passion and work hard, or are there other factors involved?
Well, in the case of my life, there was luck along the way, here and there, if you'd call it luck. Like if I wasn't mugged twice at gunpoint, I wouldn't have moved back to upstate New York, and I wouldn't have started 30-minute meals. So there's circumstance, but I do believe in this country it is absolutely possible to still achieve the American dream. I do believe that if you work harder than everybody else and you don't complain about it and you try and take joy out of your work, that opportunities will present themselves.
Well, this is interesting. To follow that question, we're sitting here in a room with about 9,000 women, each with a unique path and different passion. Some have their eyes set on landing a promotion, others have a dream to start a business or launch a product and are wondering if they can do it and if it's possible for them. And you've been in their shoes. What advice do you have for them to make it possible?
Well, you have to see it in your mind's eye first, you know. When Food Network first called me, I literally went to the meeting and said, I absolutely do not belong here. I am not a proper chef. I have no business being here. I'm beer out of the bottle, but thank you, have a nice day. And they said,
I like beer.
Yeah. They said, wait, that's what we like about you. We want somebody who's, you know, accessible and that people can look at as an example of, yeah, anybody could do that if she can do it. So, I mean, they sort of set their bar kind of low. But when I left
and you did it. You did it.
But when I left the meeting, you know, I thought about it and I'm like, yeah, if all these other people can do it, why not? Sure, I'll give it a shot. You know, I think that the only thing that makes you fearless is to not be afraid of where you come from or the jobs you've had prior. I like work. The only job I ever had I disliked, like literally, was a DMO, dish machine operator. That was not a fun job.
Yeah, I don't think
But
so.
Everything else I've ever done, you know, I really enjoyed. So if you like where you're coming from, it kind of makes you, in a way, fearless about trying whatever moving forward.
That's a good answer. 30-minute cooking was a simple idea.
Yeah.
But obviously it struck a chord and it put you on the map.
Mm-hmm.
The success of it had everything to do with hearing your customers and addressing their needs. And sometimes people criticize simple ideas for being too simple.
Well, they should go think up something better then, shouldn't they?
Exactly. But when they're the right ideas and executed well, they obviously can have huge impact.
Yeah.
So my question is, did it feel like a simple idea to you at the time? Did it feel simple or did it feel huge?
It was like an obvious idea to me because Domino's Pizza used to be, you know, 30 minutes or the pizza's free, and then they got in all those accidents, they had to stop saying it. But that was the gist. I was running a marketplace in upstate New York, and a lot of state workers and families where mom and dad both worked, and they just didn't know how to cook, you know, and we couldn't figure out why they weren't buying all these great groceries that we were stocking our shelves with. They were only buying the prepared foods. So my boss was also my friend, Donna, and I were sitting having a glass of wine, and we're like, you know, we should just teach them how to cook. So we thought it was a brilliant idea to go sell this 30-minute meal cooking class, and then we asked all the local chefs to come and teach it, and they all wanted too much money. We didn't do the math first. Brilliant business women that we are. So she said, well, why don't you teach it? Everybody loves your food. I'm like, but Donna, I'm not a chef. Don't you think people are going to be really, well, kind of pissed off when they come in and they're like, we paid money to learn how to make dinner, and who says you know?
We got her.
Right, right. But I grew up working in restaurants, and people were buying my food out of the prepared food case. So she said, I don't care. Who are they going to complain to? Me? You're not going to get fired. Go have fun. Teach the class. So I wrote a class called 30-minute meals. A month's worth of food, and I taught 6 base recipes, and I gave people 5 things they could do with each of those base recipes. So if you gave me 3 hours, you would leave knowing how to make 30 meals. That was the concept.
That's huge.
Yeah, well, the local news came, and it became a thing on the news, and then it became a cookbook that we sold in the grocery stores, and that got me onto the Today Show because Al Roker's an upstate New Yorker, and somebody gave him one of the little books, and you know.
So it did seem like a simple idea at the time.
It is a simple idea, yeah. It was really just the promise that if people could spend half an hour waiting for Domino's, they could spend half an hour in the kitchen. That was the concept. If you're willing to
Brilliant.
if you're willing to give up 30 minutes waiting for something, why not have
Do it yourself.
Right, do it yourself and feel better about the food.
Well, I would like to talk about this. I'm very excited about your new book, Everyone is Italian on Sunday. I can't wait to read it and see it. I paged through it a little bit. Tell me about the book. Why is this so special to you? It's really
it's special in every way. It's the largest manuscript. I printed it out just to see it, you know, because I'm a person who likes to read books, not tablets, and I wanted to see the book. It was over 700 pages of manuscript, single-spaced.
Wow.
It's been beautifully laid out to fit in a 400-page book, but there's over 700 recipes. It took 2 years to write. And I write all of my food in notebooks. And all of this food comes from the books that I keep of just our family, what we actually make at home. And I did a similar project, My Year in Meals, and that I loved writing that so much, I sort of took it to the next level. And this represents 2 years of that and typing it in, and I suck at typing, so it was truly laborious.
Why Italian? Why Italian on
I think
Sundays?
that,
I mean, from Philadelphia, we have South Philly, and we love Italian food.
Well, my dad is not Italian, he's from Louisiana, but my mom is Sicilian, and my grandfather was one of 14, and my mom was the first of 10, and my grandfather lived with us when I was small, and he was my buddy and my caretaker. And I really believe it changed the quality of my life growing up in that Italian family atmosphere. People that work extremely hard, but that value their private time, and a family that valued being together around a table and around food. It changes the quality of your life. Being able to cook for yourself is very empowering. It is a great self-esteem builder when you're a child. And it's a great sense of self-worth and security when you know you have very little money and you can go to the store and get some beans and root vegetables and provide for yourself. That really gave me security, you know, going out into the world as a young person. And it improves the quality of your life. Having a rich life has nothing to do with your bank account. And I learned that from being an Italian American.
Amen. I love that.
And I love all of my core values came out of those lessons. And anybody could be an Italian. It's just about appreciating life and each other. And always saying that there's room at the table for your neighbor, for your family, for your friend. Always be willing to share, no matter how little or how much you have. That's the idea of it. And the idea of Sunday is just value your time. Even if you work 100 hours a week, however little or large your time is, make it count. Have a quality to your life.
I love that.
That's what I mean by everybody's Italian. I'm going to make myself cry.
I love
I'm
this.
Quite upset.
I cannot wait for Sunday now.
grandma.
So I'm going to shift now to business
Okay.
a little bit. We have a lot of professionals sitting in the audience whose job is to drive big bottom line impact and come up with innovative solutions every day. What advice could you offer to them for how they might be able to listen better and engage their customers and clients in a way that would generate some ideas that might hold their secrets to success like you did?
Well, the key word out of the statement you just made is listen. You have to listen to your customer, your consumer, your audience. You have to be really dedicated to that you are there out of a commitment and a promise to them. I also think you have to know who and what you are and what it is you're trying to deliver and stay in that lane. It's great to grow and think about how you can evolve into the next thing, but you also have to find what your promise is. For our brand, the promise is accessibility, can do, and value. I don't want to be the cheapest pot or pan, but I want to provide the best value in that fabrication or in that genre. I want you to pick up the cookbook or watch the TV show and feel that you are a part of it, and you could do anything that you see on the pages in print. On our TV show, I think it's very important for people to see themselves more than they see celebrities. And when they see celebrities, we like to forget they're celebrities. We try and help the celebrities sit at the kitchen table. We give them tons of food before we send them out there.
Always a good idea.
Right, we get their bellies full, so they're relaxed, and we like to talk about the stuff they do when they're not, acting or singing or playing sports or being a politician. We like people to see the whole of themselves and the whole of a person. So these are the things that we are committed to as a community, whether it's the people that work at the TV show or the people I work with at Food Network or the people that work at the magazine. We all have a common vision, and I think that's very important.
So branding, I mean, we're talking about branding.
Exactly.
And,
what it is you're trying to accomplish needs to be a common vision.
and setting yourself apart from the competition by being true to your brand.
Yeah, I mean, I never worry about the competition. I mean, they need to worry about themselves. I worry about the promise we're keeping as a group of people.
Sounds great. Yeah. So we just have a couple of minutes left, but I do want to ask you this question. Do you think that intuition can be cultivated? Obviously, you were very intuitive about your brand and 30-minute meals. Do you think that intuition can be cultivated?
That is, I am rarely speechless. That is such a good question. You're kind of blowing my mind. I don't know. I am a person who's always gone with my gut. I believe very strongly in that. If some of the people that I've been working with for years tell me very strongly that they feel I'm making the wrong choice or making the wrong turn, I really try and listen to that. I don't know if I could have cultivated that because I've always had that little voice, I think, I don't know, that's kind of a mind blower.
Okay, well, that's something for everybody to think about.
You're pretty trippy for this early in the morning, Hope.
So I want to remind everyone about Everyone is Italian on Sunday.
And your book is beautiful. Are you going to be signing yours?
We're both
too?
going to be signing books after the
Hope's
keynote.
book, honestly, it's stunning. I was just looking backstage.
Thank you.
And it's self-published. I mean, she's the one that should be being interviewed by me.
Thank you.
It's stunning. It really
Thank you.
is.
Thank you. I'm really excited. Everybody, get your book after the keynote.
We
Thank
both
you.
are going to be signing.
Yes.
We're both our books.
Thank you.
Thank you, Hope.
Thank you.
Thank you, ladies.
Thank you.